Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby and we are filming a video today that I love. I love these videos. I've only ever done one or two before, and I personally love rewatching them as well. So we're looking at before and afters. So I'm going to try and attempt to show you a year's growth, but it's not always possible in some situations. Some plants I want to show you I've had less than a year. Their growth has just been really great. Whereas some plants that I want to show you I've had for multiple years and their growth has been subpar. But I think rather than let's just talk about all the plants that have grown really fast and look amazing, I want to kind of just show you a fair collection of fast growing and slow growing. So we'll just get straight into it. So this first one, the name will be on the screen below, is something that was gifted to me 3 months ago. I didn't know it was coming. A friend kindly sent me some killamine because I was dealing with spider bites, and she sent this in the little parcel with it as well, and I was so blown away. I didn't think I would be able to keep it alive or do anything good with it, and I suppose I feel like I doubt myself in this kind of area because I know, well, I believe it's a more tricky plant. I could be wrong, but this is it. The leaf that is just growing in now is this one. So when I got it, it literally was the 3 leaves, and this was the main leaf, which was beautiful. And this leaf is growing in, and it's really stunning. Like, it's so beautiful. And yeah, it's still growing. It's still not hardened off yet. And I'm really proud of myself because I've had an anthurium for 3 years now, and it's grown 1 leaf since. That's died, and it's growing another leaf now. So for the rate of 3 months, I think I've done pretty well, I think. And I've just got it in some chunky soil, but it literally lives in the window, so on the windowsill, and it loves it there. I will be treating it for pests because I now live in a house. When I lived in a flat on the 9th, 10th floor, there wasn't any qualms about pests coming through the windows, whereas now there are, and we have the windows open a lot because it's summer. And I did spot there was something crawling on it yesterday, and I do think it could have just been a mealybug from the plant it lives next to that hasn't shown signs of having mealybugs for so long, but I think now it's warming up, and like I say, it's summer, it's prime time. So I will be treating this, but this is so lovely, and it really complements my nail polish. Like, I really love this plant. It's one of my top favourites at the moment, and I just love this vase it comes in, or this little pot. And this is from Anthropology. I think I picked it up in a sale for like £6 back in the day. This next plant is the one I was talking to you about just now, saying it had mealybugs. It's disappointing, and I definitely think it was a mealybug on that because it was right next to it. And I'll show you what I saw, although the other one was moving quicker. No, it definitely was a mealybug. I feel better now because they're less quick at killing your plants, but I do need to get the rubbing alcohol out. But anyway, we've got the Hoya Merrillii. So here is what it used to look like, and I think I've got multiple photos of this, so I'll share them, and this is what it looks like now. It does seem a bit dry because it's so hot in the UK at the moment, but the new leaves it has given me, like, these leaves have come through in the last month. So yeah, really big juicy leaves. This loves to be sun stressed, but mine's not been sun stressed as of recent. It's just kind of got edging on it. This is an indication it's thirsty. I've lost some leaves, which is pretty standard, and it's got new leaves on the way as well, just at the top here. And that's actually where all the mealybugs are living. I don't know if you can see. You can't see, but yeah, there's literally like 20 mealybugs there. And then the one I was just mentioning, what is on this newest leaf, and it's just where my nail is. That's a little mealybug there. But like I say, they don't stress me out as much as spider mites or thrips by any means, but It's annoying. I will just treat those with rubbing alcohol rather than anything else. I don't find that anything else really works on them, but it's just finding them. They're so tiny and they kind of appear fluffy, which makes you think it's just a piece of fluff, and it's not. This next plant is a wowzer of a plant. I really like it. I'm really happy with the growth of it. I love the pattern of the growth of it. So this one is my Pothos Enjoy. There's a photo on the screen what it looks like, if not already. This has really given me loads of new growth. It's constantly growing. It's giving me length, but it's also giving me like all of this lighter part of the plant is all new growth. Like all of this is new. I am taking off a lot of older leaves, like all these yellow leaves just here and there, but I have always done that with pothos. I find that's just quite normal, so that doesn't stress me out. It kind of just, yeah, it's just the life cycle of some of the leaves, I suppose, sometimes. But this is an extremely well grown plant. It just, yeah, it just seems to really like wherever it lives in my house, which is why I always say this is one of the easiest houseplants. So this is a Pothos Enjoy. This next plant is something I bought pre-baby. I think I bought this, I think it was like February 2022. It must have been about a month before Magnus was born, maybe January. It was cold. I remember wearing a hat when I bought this, but it's my Hoya. The name is on the screen as normal. But yeah, I don't think this has grown that much. So this is one that I wanted to show you. Like, it's given me loads of peduncles. By loads, I mean like 4. So there's 2, there's like a twin there. This peduncle bloom has just fallen off, but it seems to be growing again. Can that be right? And that one's just fallen off. Oh no, these 2 have just fallen off. So it's given me 3 new peduncles. It does, okay. Yeah, it does have a new leaf down here. Tiny. It's got a new leaf there. And it's got a new leaf there. Okay, so my point here was this has not grown for me. When I first bought it home, it grew a ton. Like I was getting like really big leaves, like it's a neon green. It's, again, one of my favourite plants. Like I see it all the time because it's on the back of my door and we obviously use the door a lot. So I see it all the time, but I don't think I appreciate it as much. It definitely needs a water, you see it's a bit papery. But yeah, I think maybe now I'll see more growth. So it'll be interesting to do this little chat again at the end of growing season. But for now, it's not really giving me much, but I am appreciating the peduncles. I'll put a picture of one of the blooms on the screen. So beautiful. Like, it's my second favourite. I think my favourite was the Hoya Merrillii bloom. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love them. Didn't smell. People always say the Hoya blooms smell, and I think I've only noticed my sunrise smell. But yeah, this is one that I'm really in love with, and I'm just happy with the size it is. Luckily, it's not a small size, so it's a medium-sized plant, and I'm really happy with that. This next plant is one that I have had for 3 years. I've had this, I've spoken about how it's never grown for me. I think it's grown, I think it's filled out. It hasn't grown like I would expect it to. It's a Mandula pothos, and I mean, if you watch my videos and you have seen them from the get-go, this probably looks like Abby in 2020. Like, I think it's exactly the same. This is one of the only ones I don't have a picture of before, so I've not seen this before. I need to find it. So I could be looking at this being like, oh, actually, it's grown. But it has filled out, like it's bushier, but it's like, and I'm always seeing new leaves come in, but I just don't, it's not giving me length. And I do wonder whether it's like, because it's growing like so tight together, Like it's really, really compact. I wonder if that's why I think it's not grown, but I would say this is one of the slowest plants I've ever known to exist. But it's okay, it's pretty, I love it. Yeah, and the leaves are really stunning. They're kind of like a minty yellow, green, like they're really, really beautiful. And they are really big, so I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's a slow grower, that's for sure. I'm going to show you the other plants I wanted to touch on in this room before we head to the bedroom. But these ones that you see all the time, so I'm going to really just like go over them super quickly. And I probably, like by super quickly, I mean like really, really quickly. So there is one behind me. There's a plant behind me. It's a variegated Monstera. So this next one and the other two of its kind, I'm going to touch on super quickly because I show these all the time and everyone is sick of them from now, I'm sure. But it's this variegated Monstera. I saw a picture of it on my Instagram from near enough when I bought it. I think it was back in September, October, so not even a year yet. And it was like up to here. It was here. So all of this has grown since then, and they're so quick at growing. Like I'm getting one every 3 weeks at the moment. But unfortunately they're small leaves, so I wonder, because they're so quick at growing, like that's why they're quick, because I'm just getting small leaves. If they were bigger leaves with double fenestrations, then they would take longer to cook and come out. That's my theory, but I'll show the other two as well whilst we've shown you that one. I'm going to show you these ones too whilst I've showed you that one. So this is the other one. It is a very different, like these are all the same age, same growing conditions and everything. Everything really needs water, it's so warm here. But this is it. It's big, it's like, you know, with me next to it, you can see how big it is. But yeah, it's grown a lot. This one is probably the less impactful because it's so compact. The leaves it just has a different growing style to the others. The other ones are like growing up really quickly, and this one's kind of finding its way to like the sides. It's straight, so easier to show you these two this way. This plant is very different to this one. They're exactly the same age, same growing condition, same grower, just different growing styles really. I'll put a picture on the screen over this plant, what it looked like when I bought it. So it has grown a lot, but like I say, less impactful because it's not growing up as much. This one is growing really, really, really big. I'm just really disappointed in myself that the leaves aren't as impressive as they were before. But yeah, I still think it's a beautiful plant, very, very big. On the screen on the right hand side is what it used to look like kind of when I first got it, and I put a timestamp there. But super fast growing, honestly, for a uncommon plant, but it's not really uncommon. I suppose for more of a demanding, like in demand plant, they grow really quickly. Yeah. I am just editing this video and have seen I didn't film an outro, so I really hoped you enjoyed watching that. If you did, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next Saturday. Thanks for watching, bye.